We have had 2 weeks of school so far in Florida, and we have been very, very fortunate. Unlike what happened in Oklahoma, where there were shootings at two different Friday night high school games, we have been fortunate here in Florida. Our governor, with the help of the NRA, allowed for an open carry law to be passed. In fact, he drove it. So now, we have white nationalists in Jacksonville trying to go to historically black colleges and kill people. And Ron DeSantis hasn't left the trail. Not that he's going to win the presidency, but he hasn't left the trail to deal with the consequences of his failed policies. Not at all. He is simply willing to let your children die so he can make money from the NRA. Are you okay with that? I most certainly am not. How soon? How soon before it's in our classrooms again? How soon till we're reading about children from kindergarten or pre-K up to high school or college dead because of gun violence? Now, parents, there are 7,000 teachers missing in the 67 counties in the state of Florida. Your children are at least taught part of the day by a substitute every day. And there are guns aplenty in this state. How soon? How soon till your kids are pushing up daisies? Do you know the plans for defense for your child's classroom or your child's building in the case of an active shooter? Are you going in to find out? Are you doing anything to protect your children? Because God knows the GOP is not. I'm going to recommend a couple things. If you are K-6, talk to the elementary school teacher. That's the one they're spending the most amount of time with. They go out for lunch. They go out for PE and maybe for art. It's like once a week where they get activities. Most of the time it's with that person, generally a woman. There aren't very many men teaching elementary school unless they're in administrative positions, just as a broad generality. In high school and middle school, you have a myriad of problems. Your child will be taking anywhere from 6 to 8 classes. Sometimes the schedules change. There are A days and B days and C days and E days, depending on the schedule. Your child is going from classroom to classroom. And in either those 6 to 8 classes, there's a possibility as many as 2 to 4 of those teachers could be substitute teachers that do not know how to defend your children, because it wasn't like Ron DeSantis is going to spend any money on educating teachers. He doesn't want people who are educated to be teachers. So your kids are going to die unless you get actively involved. My recommendation is that you have your teachers practice with your children defense in the classroom. I did. It works. Like anything else, repetition makes you smooth and fast. Have the kids turn their desks on the side. Get a book bag with remaindered books. You know, the books that have been banned throughout the fucking state of Florida. Put them in the book bags to protect your kids from getting shot. I had to take a class on triage so that I could walk around amongst semi-dead children and decide which ones are the better ones to keep alive. They didn't do anything to stop the guns, though, did they? I'm going to be at the door with a baseball bat. I'm going to have a kid ready, or several kids ready to jump on the shooter. I will get the gun. Now, Ron, since you're in favor of killing people in Mexico, do you want me to kill the active shooter in class just to really get the effect of trauma for the kids in the classroom? Is that what you want? I'm going to ask my students to bring these into class as well. Something like this. Now, these can be used as a weapon against other children, so you can lock them up and only take them out in times of crisis, like an active shooter. And when the fucker comes in, you pelt him with this, you beat him with a baseball bat, you have kids sit him on, and then you get the cops in and you arrest the fucker. I might get shot in the process, but I'm willing to do that. What are you willing to do for your kids?